Tonight we have it all. Good we're dancing as one. 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 We've been in two places all at once.
Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't really matter what they do. Baby, got me breathing now, breathing now. Doesn't matter where I go.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. My name's Amanda and I'm so glad you're here. So, as you know, I'm getting rid of stuff. We have so much stuff we don't need, crap everywhere, especially since Christmas. Things are just not organized. You know how it is. You give your kids Christmas gifts, they take them to the room and they scatter them everywhere. And there's trash from it and everything else. If your kids are like mine anyway. So I'm going to get this picked up. I'm going to organize her Christmas things, throw the trash away, the things that I know she doesn't need or play with. I redid her room a couple of months ago and this wallpaper is coming off. So I've got, and it's still sticky, so I don't know why it's not sticking, but it's not. So I'm going to glue that back just around the edges just to hold it on there until I can do something else with it. But there was a bunch of clothes in her room that I had sent up for her to put away and she didn't. So I'm going to get those picked up and get all of her makeup organized. She's at the age where she's really into hair and makeup now, and she got a bunch of makeup for Christmas, so I'm going to organize that. She loves making like necklaces, bracelets, keychains, those kind of things, so I'm going to organize all that because I don't even know how she has a place to function in this room. And normally I start by making the bed, but clearly you couldn't even get to the bed, so I had to work my way to it. It was a mess. So let's get this done.
Doesn't matter where I go, heart still open, cannot close. Let go, baby, got me breathing now. Let go, breathing now. Na 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 no, 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 na 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 no. Na, 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 no. Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't really matter what they do. Baby, got me breathing now, breathing now. Doesn't matter.
On this night, Allison was at volleyball practice and her dad took her so that I could clean her room and get a few things done. So she wasn't here. It was the perfect opportunity because I don't know if your kids are like this, but if she's here and I'm cleaning out her room, it could be an empty shoebox and she uses it for something, she says. So what I did throw away, she's not missed yet. And it's just easier. It's easier when she's not here just to go through it and get it done. This little closet organizer, it serves the purpose, but we have got to get her a closet built. I say that every time. This is just a bonus room over the garage, but I love this room. I say it every video. This is my favorite room in the house. Skylights, so pretty, love it, and it's pretty spacious. So she's got a really pretty room. I just wish she would keep it clean. I don't know. I don't understand why with it just being one person, why you couldn't keep that clean. But she doesn't. She doesn't take dishes back down. She has trash everywhere, clothes everywhere. And I guess maybe that's just typical. I don't know. But you would think, I have 4 girls, so you would think 1 out of 4 of them would be a little OCD or neat. But no, every one of my kids are like this. All of my kids are so messy. So I was just going to start by picking up all the dirty clothes. What I knew was dirty, what I knew was clean, I hung back up. But what I knew was dirty, we threw down the steps here, and I start her load of laundry. And then we go from there.
Where's the fun in doing what you're told? But I don't mind even though I lose control. Oh, I just want to have a good time, so call me whenever. 'Cause a night like this, it never gets old.
I love love this wallpaper. It is so pretty, I think, on this wall. It's not sticking, and I don't know why. It's really sticky to feel the back of it, because you would think it wouldn't be because it's not sticking, but it's really sticky. So I don't know if it's the kind of paint on the wall there, because, you know, it stays like 70 degrees up here all year round. So it's not, there's no moisture, nothing like that. It's not real hot, not real cold. So I don't understand why that's not sticking, but I did go around with some glue and I glued the edges back just until, I mean, if it stays and holds, that's fine. That's great. I love it. I think it's pretty, but it's just begging me that it's not sticking. So I don't know if anybody else has had this problem. If you have the peel and stick wallpaper, why it's not sticking. Like I said, it may just be the paint that was on the wall before. I don't know what kind of paint it was, because it was like that when we bought the house. But anyway, got that done. And I always like to start with a trash bag, especially since I'm decluttering. So I ended up, I think, with 3 bags of trash, and probably could have got more than that. I was just done because I was so aggravated. This carpet is stained. You'll see that in a little bit from makeup, and I just don't understand why she can't keep this room clean. And I guess I should check it, and I told her I was going to start checking it every night to make sure it's decent. At least I understand kids are going to be kids, but to have it in this shape, that's a little much.
Way that you know me, no one ever cared like you care for me. You're such a bright star in the dark space, babe. It never worked out with the others. All we ever did was fight, and at one point I would never thought that I would meet someone like you. This time it's all different. You got every little string on me. The way you make me feel is crazy. How did you get so fly? You got me like, my. You got me like, my. You got me like.
A lot of this was just boxes from like shoes. She got volleyball shoes for Christmas, just different things like that flat iron and things like that. So a lot of this was just boxes, but I did go in, and if I knew she wasn't using it or just hadn't touched it in a while, I threw it away. You know, us moms use our own judgment, and we kind of know. In this space, while I was cleaning her vanity, I didn't want to throw too much away, because I feel like this is her personal space, kinda. And she did get a lot of this for Christmas, but a lot of this she bought with her own money. After she saves up a little bit, she'll spend money on makeup or whatever. So I didn't really want to throw something away that I wasn't sure about, so I didn't throw a whole lot away. And I do need to go in this drawer and empty this out and vacuum it and wipe it out, but I didn't do that on this day. I just felt so overwhelmed, and I had so much to do, because it was so bad that I didn't do all that. I need to. I know if you look closely, it's gross, but it's hers. It's her mess. It's her dirt. So it'll be okay till I get to it next time. Anyway, just wanted to organize some of her makeup and get this space a little more organized.
Different, you got every little string on me. The way you make me feel is crazy. How did you get so fly? You got me like, my. You got me like, my. You got me like, there's no other than you now, baby. Nah, 'cause you got me like, my. Like, oh my God. You got me like, you got me like, there's no other than you now, baby. Nah, 'cause you got me like, my. Like, oh my God.
I bought her this caboodle for Christmas, and I had one growing up, and I just think they're so cute. And I mean, she wasn't like extremely crazy about it, but I just think that they're so cute. I guess because it just takes you back. You know, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, so seeing little things like this, I love it. I just love getting my kids things that takes me back to when I was that age. She did get a lot of makeup organizers, like little brush holders and things like that. So I just wanted to try to make this space a little more functional and simplify a little bit. And like I said, there's still so much that I could go in and do, but I'd kind of like for her to be here when I do go through this stuff. Like I said, I just don't want to throw things away that she's paid for with her own money. So I'll have to go back through all that with her.
I got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name. What's it like to hold his hand when he tells you that you are all he wants? And it's midnight, oh, I'm thinking about him. I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name. And I'm running out of time. I wish he felt the same. And I'm acting stupid like every day. Don't know what to do or what I should say, 'cause I have got him on my mind.
She had these little hair curler things, and she stored them in this little trash can. I don't know why, but she wasn't using it as a trash can. She was just using it to hold those. And I've not seen her have those in her hair in forever, even if she ever used them the first time. So I threw that whole thing away. She never missed it. And then I just wanted to go through these drawers because a lot of this I knew was just trash, and she does have a lot of fidget toys and things like that, so I did let her keep those. And she had some construction paper, and I just kept that. But if I knew it was trash and she was not going to use it, I threw it away. She has a chapstick addiction. She's probably had 100 chapsticks at a time, so I didn't throw those away because she probably would have knew if one was missing. But I did, like I said, I did go through and throw some things away. But just like that helmet, it came with ice cream in it at a Smokies game, I think. And I almost didn't throw it away because I was like, oh, well, that was from that. Well, who cares? You know, we don't use it and it's junk. It's trash. Throw it away. And I want to be more intentional on spending my money on things like that, because that was probably $10 for ice cream and that little helmet. And was it even necessary? No. I mean, I know you've got to do things like that for your kids and you want to do things, but there's some times when you just don't need to do it and save your money.
Japan, would you stay awake? I'm losing touch of who I am when you're far away. And I feel like I'm running in circles around you. And I know I've been acting strange for a while, but
So my kid has a rock addiction. She has always loved rocks. From the time she just started walking, she would pick up rocks and want to keep them. She, growing up, would want to paint them or keep them and knew what kind of rocks it was. And she had books on rocks and all this stuff. And I know we would be at the ball field with Kennedy. Kennedy played softball, and Allison grew up on the softball field, basically. So I know we had this little wagon that we would pull our chairs and ball bags and stuff like that in. And Allison, by the time we would leave, which sometimes would be like 7 in the morning until midnight or later, but when we would leave, our wagon would have so many rocks in it. And I was like, Allison, that's like almost borderline stealing. We can't take all of the rocks. But that's why you see some of those rocks here. But she's very into crafts, and that's good. I like for her to use her imagination. I'd rather her be making a bracelet or a keychain or something like that versus being on her phone or watching TV. So I'm cool with that. Do all the crafts you want, but pick it up, you know. But I did try to organize this space so she would have a space to work on things like that. And maybe if it's sitting out in front of her, she'll do more like this: draw, paint a rock, make a bracelet, keychain, whatever. But I think that it's good for kids to do things like that versus to be on, you know, electronics and things like that all the time.
closer than before. Closer than before.
I was so aggravated at the shape her carpet was in. She had dropped like foundation, and I know there was blush, and there was just all kinds of things all over her carpet. So her dad was on his way home with her from volleyball, and I called him and I was like, Alden, she has ruined this carpet. You know, I was upset with her. I was like, there's no sense in that. That's just disrespectful. You know, this is my house too, but it's also Heather's house, and Heather pays for it too. And that's just disrespectful to do. You know, this is Allison's room, but at the end of the day, we pay for it. So she's going to have to do better about that. So when he brought her home, she came in and you could tell that he had kind of been on to her about the carpet and keeping it clean and things like that. And I told her, I said, Allison, it's okay. We're all human. Accidents happen, things like that. You're going to drop things. But if you will tell me when you do it, then it's not going to be as hard for me to get it up versus it sitting there for a week or two. You know, just let me know and we'll clean it up. So that's who I was on the phone with there. I was, I guess, writing her out to her dad. I don't know. I feel bad now about it. But sometimes, well, my kids anyway, will listen to their dad before they'll listen to me. And she was in a little bit of trouble about that because that was just ridiculous.
Around, but there's something about you I like, about you I like. You're crazy for saying I should slow down, but maybe I'm escaping the love we found. There's something about you I like, about you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better.
I do need to go in and strip this bed off and wash all of this bedding. And this black blanket that I just folded and put at the end of her bed, that's actually Reagan's, and I need to give that back to her next time she's here. She had this room previously, and that blanket sheds, and a lot of this black stuff in this carpet, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but there's little black pieces of that blanket down in the carpet, and it's like it won't come up. It won't come up with the carpet cleaner, the vacuum cleaner, and you can tell that's what it is. And that blanket sheds so bad. So I do need to get rid of that. But I just went through these cubes. There was just, you know, random things in there, just a few things. I think one of them was even empty, but I got trash out if I seen trash and knew it was trash, just throw it away. So then I just vacuumed this floor up because I was going to clean the carpet. So I wanted to get all of the fuzz and stuff vacuumed up because I thought it might help the carpet cleaner from leaving all the fuzz balls all over the place. But no, it did anyway. I think we just have so much dog hair in it from downstairs that it's just going to shed. I need to flip it over and clean it out really good before I use it next time. But I already had the detergent and stuff in it, so I couldn't flip it over. But I do need to do that.
One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better, yeah. I get too drunk and too scared and
So here's all the stains on her carpet, and maybe I made a big deal out of it, but growing up, I lived in my parents' house, and I respected my parents' house, and I know I made a mess too, but my parents taught me to take care of things. You work hard for your money, and carpet's expensive, and that's just how I was raised, to respect other people's things, respect your own things. It's your own money. It's hard-earned money, and you need to be respectful and take care of it. So that just kind of aggravated me.
Moment, gonna lay here on the grass. I don't need to feel lonely. I am finally home at last.
I do want to say that it's not my intention to get on here and tell everything bad that my kids do or every mistake they make, just like this carpet. But I do want to raise my kids to respect things and to take care of things. So I guess I was just venting a little bit. I hope you guys don't mind, but she is the sweetest kid, and you know, everybody's gonna make mistakes. Everybody's gonna spill something or whatever. I just wanted her to tell me and wanted to address why the carpet looked like that. But I'm never going to get on here and act like my kids are perfect or that we have it so easy or whatever. I'm always going to tell you the real raw things. I just wanted to explain to you why the carpet looked like that and explain to you how I handled that situation. And I hope you guys don't mind listening to all that. But I love her so much. She is the sweetest.
Don't know why, don't know why, don't know why I'm always feeling homesick. Oh, all I know is this is where my heart is.
I love this carpet cleaner. Love it. The only thing I don't like about it is it leaves like these little fuzz balls everywhere. And I do honestly think it's dog hair. And I tried to get up in there and get all of that out with my hand so it wouldn't shed anymore. But it just continued to dump fuzz all over the place. So as soon as that dried, I did go back up and vacuum all that up. But that aggravates me. I wish that I could find a carpet cleaner that would suck all of that up with the water, if that makes sense. I don't know if your all's does that. I don't know if it's because we have animals or what the deal is, but I wish that it would just suck up all of this fuzz instead of leaving it all over the place. But it does do a good job. We got it at Walmart, and I think we paid $150 for it. I think last time I seen them, they were like $180. But it does a really good job, and it's got the tools with it, and I really like that. But I think if I had pre-treated these spots, like sprayed some kind of cleaner on it and scrubbed it and let it sit there just a little bit before I clean the carpet, it would have came up better. But a lot of it did come up. But the thing I've noticed with the carpet cleaner is it seems like it gets the stain out, and maybe a week or two later, the stain's back. So I'm like, okay, how'd that happen? I don't know if it just fluffs the carpet up and hides the stain a little bit. Then as it wears down, the stain's back. I don't know. And maybe it's just me, or maybe it's a new stain in the same spot. Who knows in this house? But I have noticed that a lot of times it seems a lot cleaner at first, and then the stain just kind of reappears a little bit at a time. So I don't know how that happens, but as you can see, the fuzz is everywhere, and I keep going over and over it, trying to get all those little fuzz stains up, but it came as clean as it's going to get, I guess. So I do love the carpet lines. I love the carpet lines that this carpet cleaner leaves.
Every time that my mind slip, I just see my past life. Having dreams in a dream, I wonder why I carried on with the things that made you lose your mind. There's no way I can undo what I've done. Can we be strangers again? Start fresh like a morning. What's so bad about that? So why won't you follow? Why won't you follow me home? I know I can't make you mine. Yes, I ran out of time. There's no hope for me. I fell down the bottom, so I fell down way deep. But if I can't have the real you, then let me make a 3D print of you.
I think using my Dyson so much has me so spoiled as far as there not being a cord, because these cords were driving me crazy. When I was vacuuming, I kept having to pick it up, and I was picking the wrong spot up. I was giving it too much slack, and I was like, gosh, I realize now how much I like a vacuum cleaner that doesn't have a cord. But anyway, we got this carpet cleaned, and like I said, most of it did come up, and she was home at this point, and she did say she was sorry and she was going to do better. And I told her just to let me know. It's easier to get a stain up if it just happens until it sits there. But this is what the room looks like when it's clean, and it is so cute and organized. And I'm going to keep checking to make sure she keeps it this way, because I'm not doing all that again. But I got rid of a bunch of trash. We decluttered a little bit and got all that done. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope this gives you some motivation to get up and get your kids' room clean, or have your kids clean along with you. But anyway, if you're new, I would love it if you would stick around and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
So I fell down way deep. But if I can't have the real you, then let me make a 3D print